So we have the 4 stencils, going back to the importance of why, no matter what artistic practice you are embarking on, you should be spending some time learning the Adobe Creative Cloud software or their, open source equivalents. But, Adobe is the way to go in a lot of ways. That's a whole other conversation. I know there's ethics about AI training and stuff that we're having to deal with right now. But as far as a tool, it's a pretty darn good tool. You just got to learn how to use it. So I take my photos, I put them into Photoshop to scale them to the right size, to think about where they're going to fit on this A4 size paper. Then I moved those photos, into Illustrator, and I could have probably started in Illustrator, and then I just traced in Illustrator key features, which you can kind of see here, key features that help place things. So I don't want to trace it so much that it's drawing it for me in a sense. I just want to know, like, where are the eyes, where is the start of the eyebrows, where's the hairline, where the outside of it. So I just traced around, made this vector, made us holes where key features are, and then I exported that and sent it to my Cricut maker and cut it out and had the Cricut do the thing. So it's very precise. I didn't have to do it by hand. And then when it's time to do the drawings, I will put the stencil on top of the piece of paper, do a quick little sort of printing, mark where things are with my rag or whatever, my brush, and then I'll just be able to get into it. So I won't have to think about where things, I won't be, spending the time figuring out the accuracy, because that's been the part that slows it down the most. That's why I went from drawing freehand completely to using a grid. And then I noticed even on the grid at times the grid only gets you so far. And then I was like, then when I did my 47 series, I tried that. I was like, let me make a stencil and see how it goes. It's actually behind here. I could grab, might as well. Let's grab it out here. So much bigger stencil because it was bigger. So this will what it'll end up looking like. The stencil will have a bunch of marks on it. It looks kind of scary, but so I did this stencil, made it so much more fun to do the drawings because it wasn't burdensome in the sense of, is it accurate? Is it where I want the accuracy to be? There's an argument to be made, I should do it all for my head, and even if it becomes out of accuracy, that's part of it. I get that, and for where I'm at, the audience, sort of going back to audience, which I've talked about before, there's this element of trying to bring in an audience that doesn't already exist in a sense. And if it's too abstract, if it's too non-representational in some ways, then they won't even give it a time of day. It's I want it to be an access point for more audience.